Welcome to the Zipper Merge, fellas.
Here we are. We are finally here. I am Zach Carter. This is Greg Pruitt. We are the Zipper Merge. This
Yes,
is
sir.
your inaugural episode
It is.
of our menswear podcast. You heard it right. I did say menswear podcast hosted by
Dudes wear.
dudes wear.
All things men wear.
Yeah,
Dudes wear.
every man's fashion.
Yes, sir.
So, how you doing? How you feeling? You happy to be here?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking to the audience.
No, talking to you. It's been a countdown. It's been a long slog of
Yeah, man.
It's been a long slog of a tech
No kidding.
grind, getting the thing rolling.
Can't even imagine.
We've been talking about this for 6 months now? We finally
Whenever I was at the zoo, I think I got your text while I was at the zoo. And
Are you serious?
yeah. Right. Right over there by the kangaroo exhibit. Just, hey, I guess he wants to do this.
So we're in November 2023, and sometime early this summer, I posed the idea to Greg Pruitt of, hey, let's do a podcast on menswear. We have been texting each other back and forth for years. Been friends for years. 17, 18 years now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'd say that. 17 years. I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. You just dated
long.
us to
I
everybody.
I did.
And that's post-college, too. It's not like we're kindergarten buddies.
We're still well within our demographic, though. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
So we've been, for all of you new to us, we are new to you. The two of us have been texting each other back and forth, ripping on folks, supporting folks, and just otherwise talking about the looks that people like to put together, whether it's out in the wild, whether it's the two of us, whether it's family, friends, anything at the office. We just talk workwear, we talk menswear, we talk anything men's clothing.
I don't know I don't know really how that got started. I think it just evolved, developed, I have found that, though, once you get other people talking about it, other guys, all of a sudden then they want to come and chime in.
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, hey, I guess it's cool to talk about what you're wearing.
It's universal, which is why we're here.
Yep.
So we are the Zipper Merge because the two of us are merging our ideas. We're coming together. We're talking about anything and everything.
Different backgrounds.
Exactly. So we might be two middle-aged white guys, but at the same time,
Yeah.
enough differences to keep it real.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I think so.
on that note, what I want to do is add a little spice in here just to make sure you're hyped and you're ready.
Me?
Yeah.
Once again, me or the audience? Okay.
This is you.
I think we're all hyped. We're ready.
Well, we don't have anybody yet for me to kick it to, but I have to kick it to you.
Okay.
So,
Let's
audience, you got to, this is one of the most important things about this podcast that you should know right here, is that we are going to have a regular segment called Pruitt Stew.
Are those flashcards?
No, this is a professional professional broadcasting touch, man.
Okay.
The host, they throw out their
Okay.
cards.
Yeah.
You stack them up on the desk, you throw them out when you're done. Yeah,
Yep.
you've seen it. Letterman, Fallon,
Gotcha.
all the
Gotcha.
shit.
Go ahead and put yourself up there.
So, I thought I would add a little spice here in the early going.
All right.
I'm gonna throw some extra stew at you. For those of you who don't know Greg Pruitt, we have a segment here called Pruitt Stew, and this is gonna recur every single episode.
Everyone.
Where I will throw out something that Pruitt has said to me, either verbally or via text, regarding.
I need to vet these, though.
No.
Yeah, I got to vet them.
No, because the spice.
You can't even, you can't even get it out.
Because you keep interrupting me. Plus, it's just stupid and funny. So the reason this works is that I'm going to kick something to him that he said to me before, and he has no preparation. And that is where the TV gold happens right here. But this is a special one because I have pre-vetted this one. And so I want to kick
Okay.
it back to Greg to
All right.
get those juices flowing. Okay?
Let's have it.
All right.
I'm kind of nervous now, though.
No. Don't say that. Don't say
I'm
that.
kind of nervous.
You got it. This quote
Oh,
will
God.
take all of the nerves
All right, let's
out of
hear
you.
it.
This will eliminate the nerves.
Let's hear it.
All right. So, Greg and I were talking about tastemakers. From Greg, I don't know what that is. What I do know is we are not tastemakers,
No.
and that was that you had me
Stand beside
you
it.
had me glued there. You said we are not tastemakers after months of texting back and forth about pretty much being tastemakers. We are taste masters because, see, we aren't subscribing to industry norms with terminologies.
Mm-mm.
We can make our own if we want,
Whatever we want.
thereby making us more original than the so-called taste makers.
The galaxy is ours.
Absorb that. Absorb that, zipper mergers. Okay? If you want a definition of what we are, I just reminded you from a kernel out of Pruitt's brain, and thereby establishing Pruitt Stew for this podcast. It's not the lone stew moment of the podcast today. But
Okay. All right.
I had to throw a curve to you. Make sure you were
All right. So I need
You
to.
were
We
on.
need the rules. So am I responding to that now?
you do have the floor, yes.
Well, I didn't even know what a taste maker was. I mean, it's just silly to me. A taste maker. I had to ask people what is this article talking about? A taste maker. I mean, to me, it just sounds like some pretentious dude, wearing clothes that don't match.
It was from a Howler article or a Huckberry article, right?
It was from a Huckberry article
Yeah.
where I
One of
first
their
saw
emails. Yeah.
it. No.
I have a still of
A
that email
tastemaker.
that you sent me.
I said, why
if
don't
you want it.
why don't we come in and be the taste masters of the universe?
I have the
Go ahead, finish it.
fashion.
Yep, probably fashion.
Yeah, we got
Turn to the left.
We've got to get a
Fashion.
bumper recorded to that.
T-shirt, maybe. Special edition shoes.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Hang on. I'm not
Oh,
done.
you're not done?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
So,
Finish it off.
okay. So, who anoints these tastemakers? Do they anoint themselves? Do they say, "I've reached taste maker level, and now you need to listen
That's a
to
good
everything I say"? And
That's a great point.
because it just doesn't stop with clothes too. These people are like, this guy knows wine better than you do. He
Yeah.
knows X, Y, and Z. He knows how to mow your grass better than you. I mean, all of it.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
everybody's thought it. You look at stuff out in the marketing world, you get inundated with, and it's just, this guy is this guy. How did you get there?
Yeah. What qualifies you? I mean, what qualifies us to be doing?
So we brought it full circle. Brought it full circle.
Yeah. All right. So what we got lined up?
So our first true segment, will be our new pieces segment.
All right.
And this is a segment where, kind of like news and announcements, we will present to you some things that we either have been talking about, we've been talking about buying, finally pulled the trigger, and wanted to show you guys how we feel about it. So if you'll follow on screen with us here.
Yep.
Ordinarily, it would probably be one piece, but I went curveball this fall, and I found one piece, and I was like, well, maybe if I can put that with something else, I can get the whole shebang. And I was actually going on a trip. I wanted kind of a new outfit to set a tone for that trip. So,
Guilty. Just looking for a reason.
I know.
Looking for it.
Well, I needed a couple new things,
And
so yeah, I needed I needed to cover a couple of bases, and so I went shoes, I went pants, and I went collared shirt, and I am wearing it on screen with you today, so
Look
you
at
can
that tiger.
see.
it's a damn tiger on your shirt.
Yeah, it's a tiger. This shirt is quite a bit outside my box, to be honest, in terms of the embroidery here. But I saw that chiefly the color of the embroidery, and that the color kicked off the entire of the color of that tiger
It
and the lightning
pops.
bolt. It kicked off the entire thought
Yeah.
process for me.
It's an extra detail, little
Yeah.
attention.
That's kind of how my mind works. I'll see one tiny little thing, and then the rest of the tertiary items will come together. Even though I started tertiary and then brought it in primary. So anyway,
Some people are not going to know what tertiary means.
well, we're gonna get
But,
into that, guys.
yeah.
That's part of this process. Is you're gonna learn color theory and what all the terms are behind it. Both of us are designers in the real world, and so
Yep, we
that's to bring it back to what qualifies.
There is some sort of credential
Some
lurking in
level
the
of
shadows.
professionality here. So we are very strong personalities in the design field with opinions on colors and textures and how to put those together. So what I've done for you here is I've taken a picture of what I pulled together. So I went Adidas, obviously, with the shoe. I've got a pant from Flint and Tinder via the Huckberry site, and then I've also got a shirt from a somebody I dug up from Instagram actually that hit me, and they're called Low Tide Thread Company. This is a denim shirt. This is a very light wash denim. I have a dark wash denim shirt, and I wanted a light wash, and it just looks so comfortable in the advertisement that they sent me on Instagram, and I can click over to. I've got them pulled up right here in the browser. So there it is. That ended up in my Instagram feed, and that fabric just looks so washed, so soft and comfy. I said, all right, I got to have it. What am I going to do with it? And
I don't have one of those yet. I'm looking. I need that light wash denim, because dark denim. I mean, dark denim just looks good, but all of a sudden you look in your closet, everything's dark denim. It's like, all right, I gotta throw something else in there.
You know, as a guy, you probably you gravitate towards a lot of dark blues.
Yep.
So that was my problem, and so I wanted to fix that for this trip and not be so hemmed into my own box. So we went there, and so here's the thing: the orange gave me this vibe of fall. It was still September when I purchased it, and you know, it's hot, but you're still getting fall vibes. So went there, and what else did I get with it? I had my eye on getting some the 365 pants that you had been touting so long. So I got the athletic taper cut this time. This color is, to me, it's like a deep ocean water, lake water type green. It's got some tones of blue, some tones of gray in it. It's a very hard color to find in a pant, in my opinion. But it is also a discontinued color from Flint and Tinder. So if you guys will start hammering our social media feed, then maybe we can get Flint and Tinder to
bring it back,
recommission it.
Bring it back. I gotta know about the shoes. I gotta know how you paired up with the shoes, because
So,
they got the yellow in the shoes mixed with the orange tiger.
Yeah,
it's a bold, but it
so,
works.
Yeah, I mean, Adidas is still having a big fall sale. Came across, this is the Boostnits. The Boostnits is a skate shoe actually, but it's very closely related to the Adidas Gazelle. So I grew up Gazelles. It's an indoor soccer shoe. Had them all the time.
Sambas.
No, Samba's a notch below the Gazelle.
Oh.
Then you got the Gazelle. Sambas used to only come in black, and then they developed the Gazelle, which was all different colors of suede. And so this kind of fuses both worlds. You've got a little bit of the kangaroo leather with the white outsole there, and then you've got this kind of what I would call a sand color, sand kind of beige. There's the suede. And so I just love the way that the seam came across the toe there. And then I don't have any light colored shoes. And so these just really popped to me. Again, I was kind of feeling, man, I want something that says fall. And so I saw that gold in the stripe. And then I thought, man, that gold, even though it's not the same shade here as anything in the embroidery of the shirt, if I wear those together, those three kind of fall colors are going to come together, in my opinion, to kind of set a tone for a early fall kind of feel. I'm not too deep into browns and crimsons and all that.
I love it.
All that.
I eat it up. But,
yeah.
But a lot of people, they stay away from gold. A lot of dudes, I think, they're They're going to shy
I
away.
do.
Well, I won't want anything gold, but if you do it right, it's not. Any color is going to look right if you know. It's going to look nice if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Gold's one of those. I said yellow, but yeah, it's a orangish yellow gold. It looks sharp.
I think gold is probably, now everybody knows yellow is a primary, but honestly, I'll pose this to you as a Carter stew.
All right.
I think that yellow and its cousin gold are the most underrated neutral you can pull out.
Yellow, for sure. Yellow
'Cause
is
you don't really see it as like it's kind of an afterthought of the color range. So by being an afterthought, is it by proxy more of a neutral? Because people don't think about their neutrals.
bring out your neutrals. Go
Bring
ahead.
out your neutrals.
That's you. That's your line.
Yeah, that
Got to
is my
bring them
line.
out.
Yeah, we got to record a bumper with that. Bring out your neutrals. So bring out your neutrals right here. You got white, a neutral. You've got sand, a neutral, along with what I think is an underrated neutral itself, a yellow. But then we get that color wheel pop here with the light blue and this dark green, bringing it all together. So what we'll do here is this will lead into our popsicle segment. We're handing out
Uh-oh.
popsicles.
Okay.
So this is your first zipper merge color pop.
Let's go.
So record this, guys. This is a 5-color pop, all right? I don't usually pull together 5-color pops.
5-color pops?
This is a 5-color pop.
All right.
You
Pop
you know,
off,
You
dog.
see, I usually have two colors, maybe 3. But for our first one, I wanted to have 5.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yellow,
Yep.
sand, this lake water green, the orange, and the light blue.
Mm-hmm.
So there
Lakes
is,
around my house were not lake water green. They were like lake water, like brown, like
Yeah,
that chair
well,
you're sitting in.
we'll call it ocean
Shout
water.
out to Sardis.
Let's go deep ocean water. How about that?
There we go.
Ocean water.
Yep.
Ocean. So they
About 50 feet deep.
Well, Huckberry's color was actually called Green Gables, and I hate to admit that, but I couldn't use that.
You bought that.
I didn't want to use that. Yeah, I did buy that.
Here's what stands out to me is that you have all these, the shirts and everything in your closet, and you got the shoes, but really, I mean, at some point, you just get tired of wearing like the same.
Yeah.
You get tired of wearing the same old thing that's going to make you you got a million flannels that all look alike.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I think you and I are starting to look for those. I hate to say this. Pieces. We're looking for pieces. I hate when somebody holds up something that says, "What about this piece? What about?" But that's really what it is.
And
It's
we're
like
going to use that. We are going to kill that on this show because
it's something that's
it's funny
different
for us to say it.
Yeah, it's so different from how we
Pieces.
talk. But yeah, so that's what it is. It's something special in your closet. Just something to you throw people off a little bit, but still look good. You can't go out looking like a clown.
Well, it's also a conversation
don't-
piece. I mean, the
yeah,
first
yeah.
night I wore it, it caught the couple we went to dinner with on this trip. First thing they noticed was the shirt and mentioned it, and wanted to know who it came from. Low Tide Thread Co. So
Yeah.
give them a Google, give them an Instagram. They're actually running a lot of sales right now.
You were ready for it though. You were ready. You saw somebody walk it up, and you like Low Tide Thread Co.
I didn't have it in the chamber. I promise. I didn't have it in the chamber.
It was locked and loaded, man.
But my buddy that we went to dinner with does like a lot of stuff like this, and so I kind of was. It was a little. I was kind of baiting him a little bit. So I did want to get his thought on that kind of deal. So yeah. Anyway, go to Low Tide Thread Co. Just real quick to finish off the review of the shirt. Like I said, super soft. It fits great. I've had a lot of trouble with shirts actually fitting both in the midsection and across the shoulders. Those are two very important elements to remember, guys. You can have one be great in the shoulders and horrible in the midsection, or vice versa, and that rips me up because these days you're spending
A lot.
75 minimum on
Yeah.
like a real grown-up men's shirt.
Yeah, guys' shirts have gone
Probably,
through.
I mean, up to 150
Yeah.
on a lot of cases.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I try. Yeah, buy
to
everything on sale.
to get something that's actually going to fit from a craft manufacturer you're going to have to spend every bit of 70 bones. Hopefully you can get one of these sales, but they actually sent
LT Gray.
they
It's
sent
the
it.
LT Gray.
Yeah, the LT Gray.
It's got a lightning bolt behind his ass too.
I try not to.
That's amazing. I like it.
I don't really want to name my pieces, but but what's cool is they actually shipped the shirt folded up really nicely inside this little Ziploc deal.
Okay.
Okay, that's a cool touch. Kind of seen that on some other items, but they also sent.
I never really get that, about putting in a nice package, but it does make you feel like you paid for something of value when you get it, though.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I do. I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah, it's like if you buy a guitar pedal, when they put a little nice box, it's taped nicely, a sticker inside,
Not just in an envelope.
So they give me this little envelope as it says thank you. So they give me a thank you card, a little sign off that it's been inspected on the line, a sticker, and then the invoice. And to me, I'm in sales. That was a great touch. When you're in sales and you've been in marketing for a long time, you respect a touch like that. So if they grow, can they keep that up? I don't know. It remains to be seen. But that's a cool touch.
What's the sticker?
The sticker?
What's the sticker?
It's just it's a skeleton's hand gripping a pint of beer, and there's like kraken tentacles spilling out of the foam of the beer.
Is that specifically to the shirt?
It does not relate to the shirt whatsoever.
Okay. Because some companies, what they've started doing, like they'll name their shirt. It'll have a name. It'll have its own logo for whatever shirt, like color swatch or whatever they've come up with.
You got
and
an
issued.
example?
Yeah, Dixon flannels.
Oh, really?
If you go, look at Dixon flannels.
Oh, yeah.
Each
Okay.
one of them has its
You
own
texted
like
me about
name,
that.
and then it
Okay.
has a little logo for that style.
Okay.
So you're like, I think one of them was like, it's called the Vankman. It's like Ghostbusters themed,
I follow you.
with purple and green, lime green and stuff like that. And it had its own little logo and name for it. I like that kind of stuff because I'm nerdy like that. I mean, you know me. I like custom stuff.
Oh, yeah. Greg's
I
all
admit
about
it.
custom.
I love custom
custom.
stuff. I'm so tired of just run of the mill things, I guess. But
No, I respect that. I typically don't have the patience for custom, so that's again where one of our differences lies. Do you want to rewind it to your own new piece? We missed a new piece from you, or is Dixon it?
talking about what I've recently purchased,
Yeah.
or
Do you have a new piece you want to share with everybody, or do you want to roll on to?
let me think about this. Do I have a new piece that I want to share with everybody? I mean, my latest thing was I think the last thing I purchased was the Howler flannel.
Okay, I thought that's what that was. So I actually have that preloaded here for you. I was hoping you would say that.
Yeah, the
So-
Howler flannel. I got one. Yeah, there we go. Look at your man right there. Ooh, that beard's looking gray. Ooh, yeah, same hat. Yeah, that thing's pretty bold, and that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of looking like, it's the same flannel everybody else has on when you go over to somebody's, football party. Not that we attend those anymore with two kids.
I'm
But
proud of you for not having any hatred towards orange enough to wear it.
no,
A lot of people will do that. If it's a rival's team color, they won't wear that. I hate that. So I'm proud of you.
that's silliness. Now I have avoided some shirts or something because it was obvious they were doing it for UT or it was whatever.
Sure.
But
For sure.
no, that thing it was spectacular.
Oh,
And I can't remember if I bought it from them or they had it on. I think they had it on Steep and Cheap too.
okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they had it on there, but normally I think that thing ran like $89 or something. I think I got it for $59 or
Oh, okay.
$50. But yeah, that's look up. I can't remember if it's I may be getting my brands crossed up. I don't want to do it, but the Harker's flannel, I believe.
Huh. Well,
But anyway, it's super soft. It's got the little detail on the right shoulder, a little shooting pad right there. It's not padded, but they changed up the pattern just a little
I
bit
didn't
on
know
all.
that. Okay.
Yeah, on
That's
all
what
their.
that is?
Yeah, Yeah, on that
Okay.
run of flannel, the different colors. So I've got 2 flannels of that same style. One's a
Oh,
turquoise and blue and green
I had
and
no
brown,
idea.
and it's sharp too.
So is that who they're trying to market to?
To who?
Like your duck hunter,
No,
your
no.
fly fisherman?
Well, all their ads are surfing and fly fishing, and somehow they, you know, it has to be fly fishing for it to be cool. I don't really understand that, but it's all, all the models that they have on
Yeah.
there, they all like have to meet their fly fishing / surfing standards before they'll, pay for them the trip to go down to Costa Rica and all that kind of stuff. I know way too much about these guys. I dove in, but still though, you know, who knows who they're marketing to?
How do you feel about
Texas
them?
based. Yeah, let's go deep on
How
there.
do you feel about their marketing efforts?
I don't know. But the thing is, I'm just not looking for, I search all kind of brands. So if it's a surfing brand, in this case, they're a surfing / fly fishing brand, right?
Coastal vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
With a
see.
Texas, but they got a little bit of that Western flair in there
Yeah.
because they're out of
Yeah.
Texas. So I look for things that'll also look good where I'm from, what things I'm doing out in the woods, out in the, even if it's, I think I wore it to work the other day. I don't usually wear like stuff like that to work, but I did the other day. But I'm looking for things from, I guess, fashion genres that you would say that I normally don't subscribe to,
Sure.
but that will work up in my closet.
Well, it makes it more fun, and that's
You
what
know.
we're trying to bring. Is we're trying to bring some
Yeah, finding-
combinations
Yep.
together.
Finding different things that'll work for you and elevate you.
Yeah, average guy isn't really going to take note of, or maybe be
Mhm.
a little too afraid because they don't know what to combine it with. And
Yeah.
here we are. We're the guys that are going to tell you how to do that.
That's right.
So
That shirt is nice though. It's soft. It's
is it?
nice.
It looks
Oh
soft.
man, it's
I
nice.
like it. It's actually
I love
good.
it.
It's a good tone on your skin as well.
I don't even want to wear it around the fire pit or like out in the woods burning
Yeah,
stuff. I don't,
yeah.
all my shirts, my flannels have holes in them from burning like
Oh,
down
yeah.
trees and everything.
Yeah,
Now I don't even want to wear it out there.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's a good color palette for your skin tone too.
I don't know about that. Boys looking pink right there, man. But whatever.
I think it is,
Sure looks good.
especially with the gray coming in on the stubble, and then you got. I'm not ripping you. I'm
You
serious.
color your beard, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've got a bunch of gray coming in
Okay.
on the flavor saver.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of liking it. I've got a bunch coming in down here at the jawline, but
Well,
other
I
than
didn't know I had all that coming in until I shaved like a lot for a stretch of like 4 months,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I let it grow, and I thought, what happened? Like it was the
second kid
whole
happened.
face just went.
the second kid did.
The second kid
Yeah, I promise
definitely
you.
did. Lack of sleep
I didn't have any of this until
kills
my second.
cells. Huh?
I didn't have any of this gray until the second came.
I believe it. 100%. I believe that's what did it.
So here's the thing. I actually also like the hat with this. That was a good choice with the hat. And then the badge, that's actually a brown leather badge.
Yep.
Not orange whatsoever, but it brings out the orange in the shirt. I think that's a money combo.
Brings out them burnt.
You got the gray and then the black. The
tones.
mesh is black, so you're tying in. It's a good touch. It's a solid touch.
That's one thing too for, guys like you and me who deal in color. I like finding like a hat or something that you can wear with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, so the leather's going to work in a lot of different outfits.
Mm-hmm.
That gray works for everything. In case in case you don't know this, every color in the wheel goes with gray.
Yep.
So gray works for every single thing. And if you can pull off some black too, even if it's doesn't have any black in the outfit, it always looks good.
Yep. So you've actually given
All right,
us
get this off me, man.
well,
Take
you've
this
given
ring
us
off
a
me.
huge segue here. You've given us a huge segue. So I went ahead while you were chatting, went ahead and pulled up our reference for our next segment. So the next one is Instagram shopping. Okay, this is going to be a key feature of this show is that the two of us will choose a random clothing company from my Instagram feed. We will bring them online.
Yeah, because I don't have one.
And it's all right. Stay out. Stay out. It's okay. You don't need it. There's a lot of trash. But Instagram, I do like the shopping model and advertising model that Instagram has put together. It flows so much better than Facebook ever did, and it's such a much more visual medium. to me. You don't have to deal with all the commenting and nonsense that people get into. So uh, I like that you can have a company and get a little blurb from them, and then your next item in the feed might be a sports team you're following, whatever it is. But anyhow, I actually pulled up Instagram while you were talking about this shirt, and guess who popped up?
Let's see it.
Howler. Howler. So we're gonna do the first clothing company.
On Howler.
They're like the
Okay.
fourth. I had to scroll down maybe past 4 items, and
Right.
Howler's the first
Yeah.
clothing.
We talk about them a lot. It's only natural.
So the first company in the algorithm is actually Howler. So it's a great segue. I appreciate you, Meta, for listening to our conversation so soon. So
Middle finger inserted now.
So yeah, we're gonna shop Howler. I should. That's Huckberry. Oh no, I don't have them preloaded. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what Google's for. Give it a Google.
Howler Brothers.
Howler Brothers. The Brothers Howler. Yeah.
Oh.
And, I'm not big on all their stuff, Some of it, half of it, I just didn't, that's just not me. But every now and then, they've got a lot of stuff that just sets them apart. They look good. We're searching.
Dang it. I didn't allow it to use my voice search. You want to pause a second and type that in?
Yeah, we'll cut this segment out anyway. We'll cut this out.
All right.
I'll just let it run, but that's okay. We'll cut it out here in a second.
When are you going to be back up?
I mean, we're back up.
We're
I'm
still
just
going?
going to cut it. I'm just going to cut it.
Oh,
in the
okay,
feed,
right on,
so.
right on. Yeah, so Howler, here we are. Got them in the browser, and great segue. I love how things line up, and especially for the first show where everything could go wrong but hasn't. And so
Show ain't over yet.
Actually in the Instagram feed it says their emblem states their little thumbnail is a holiday sale from November 16th to November 27th, up to 50% off. So you guys take advantage of that. Howler's got a lot of good stuff. A lot of their items to me stretch across a lot of seasons. So let's go. Let's shop a little Instagram together. Where you want to start? Just men's shirts or all
let's
men?
do it.
All right.
Men's shirts. I'm a big
All
shirt
right.
guy.
You want to go long sleeve? Just all
I
long
shop
sleeve?
shirts more than anything else. Yeah,
Okay.
long sleeve.
Okay, that's what they've got pulled up
Yeah,
already.
I don't know about that guy right there though, but on to the next.
Oh boy.
On to the next.
Excuse me.
Shirt looks good though.
I'm not down with
You
that.
know.
That's too much.
It's buttoned up all the way. That shirt right there.
It looks better in the. Terrible on him.
Yeah.
But in the picture,
It looks good.
way better.
I could wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that now. It terrible
wear
on
that.
him, like especially with the beanie.
Well, the color's all washed out. It's who knows what the real color of that shirt
poor lighting.
is.
Poor lighting against a brown background. What are you doing?
Come on,
What are you doing,
guys.
Howler?
This is what y'all do.
Yeah, come on. I like this dark one. I've actually been hunting a either a charcoal or a black long sleeve shirt. I don't have one anymore for some reason. I like that. I like how it's not overtly Western right there on the Stockman stretch snap shirt.
Yeah.
I do prefer a snap button over the sewn on, but I get tired of how so many shirts that have snaps are invariably Western cut.
I was just about to say it's everywhere. Like everybody's coming up with their own Western style shirts these days.
Yeah, it's
These
How about-
guys, Texas Standard, you know,
yeah, let's get
check out them if you don't know them too. So,
Texas Standard.
yeah, Texas Standard.
Okay.
But back to Howler.
I appreciate this shirt not being overtly Western.
Yeah.
You know, it's still got that shoulder seam, but it's okay. I
Yoke.
could deal with that.
Little
Is that-
yoke across the
Oh,
top.
yoke. That's
The
a good.
yoke.
That's a good word.
That's right.
I like that. I gotta write
It's a
that down.
yoke.
The yoke. Little zipper merge terminology there. You said we weren't going to be tied into terminologies, and here you go.
I mean, you can't help it. You know, it's the world we live in.
So I'm flying right by khaki. A khaki shirt, no thanks.
I can go.
out.
That has to be a stew for me one day. I can just let the dog off the
Noted.
leash
Noted.
and just let me tear khaki apart and everybody that wears it. All right.
All right. Future stew.
Future stew. Absolutely. He's literally writing this down. Khaki.
That will show up on an index card. I promise you.
I get so worked up about khaki. What's happened?
That's
What's
what
happened
makes
to
this
me?
great. So what I love is how we have actually 3 khaki shirts essentially on the same. This is 8 items that fill up the screen, and 3 of them are freaking khaki. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, pass. The light blue. I don't know. We have to talk about every single one. What does catch my eye about Howler, and I'm sure this is true for you and maybe most Howler guys, is that if you've bought from Howler, if you've had your eye on them, you're probably noticing the embroidery on the yoke, and that caught my eye because it's a little bit, to me, I like the kind of throwback element, and it's tasteful. It's tasteful. The color palette's nice. It's a little bit smaller than what you would see on like the old school, country music.
Yeah. Like a nudie shirt or something like that.
Yeah, like you can't just walk around in a nudie shirt.
And I think that's what they've been good about doing is, taking those old styles, making it their own.
Toning it
and
down.
then, the shirt's not extremely long.
Yeah.
So it's not meant to really tuck into your jeans while you're riding a horse,
You know who has a ton of Howler stuff? I thought they
Who?
were online only, but Binks Outfitters here locally
What?
has.
I didn't know that.
Binks Outfitters, downtown Franklin. Check them out. They got a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff. They have a ton of Howler gear. If you want to go, try something on at brick and mortar to know it fits, they got a ton of Howler.
Yeah.
And
I
you'd be
didn't know
supporting
that.
local.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going to be going,
Binks
one
Outfitters,
more place for me to.
downtown Franklin,
over
Tennessee.
to.
Check them out. And they've got quite a bit of it on sale too.
Well, that's good.
I like this black one.
These shirts aren't cheap, but that black's pretty sharp. The thing is, I just bought their black Night Flyers edition. So I figured they release like twice a year. They release a new Howler, snap shirt that has it's a themed. They'll release the long sleeve snap or a cross cut or whatever. And they'll release a short sleeve in it. They'll release like a t-shirt and maybe even some shorts too, but it'll be themed, and they'll, do this whole, every 6 months. So, about every 6 months you check back in and say, okay, if they come up with any cool designs. But yeah, I've got the one with the cicadas on it with the black. And that's like you said, I used to wear a ton of black in high school, junior high, stuff like that. And I've stopped wearing it. But here recently, I think that's been my recent, I don't think I bought black in like 15 years, except for that shirt that I just got from them, and it is more.
I like how these little pieces of embroidery give you just a touch of flair.
Yeah,
just like Office Space.
Yeah.
There's your flair. A touch of flair. You're not too garish, outlandish, calling attention to yourself, but it gives you a little bit of pop of color, so you can tie the rest of an outfit. Maybe you can pull in another piece. There's that word. Maybe you can pull in another piece that maybe would be too much for the overall outfit, like these shoes, the Adidas Boost. I probably wouldn't have gotten these if I didn't have something else up top to kind of pull the whole package together. So that's where these come in. I like these little fans on this coral. That's a dark coral, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's sharp.
I like that.
It's like a burnt orange.
I almost pulled the trigger on that when I got this. Actually, I may still get that one. It's kind of between that and this black and that black from before. Here's you another khaki. Here's a gripe from me about the khaki. So I keep seeing something totally mundane, and then to get you to buy it, they're gonna market it in a picture with like 7 other colors, and see the background is what gets me vibing about that shirt. But then I'm like, well, shit, I don't have.
Oh.
Oops. Yeah, marketing. That's how they're working. Is like you hire a really good photographer to get going here, and they've pulled in, look, the white, the teal,
Yep.
the gray,
Yep. The background is the
yellow,
color of them damn pants you've been talking
the
about.
timber. Yeah, exactly.
That's I gotcha.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh godly.
yeah. Those crates are the color
Yeah.
of these pants,
Yeah.
and so we're creating a vibe here about this terrible. Well, I shouldn't say terrible.
Khaki on khaki.
Khaki on khaki. Who wears khaki on khaki?
Khaki.
If you're this surfer dude with this blonde hair and tan skin, okay, you can get away with that, I guess.
No,
But nobody's doing khaki on
can't.
khaki unless you work like, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where you work
what
to
work
pull that
uniform
off.
does khaki and
I
khaki?
don't know. It's terrible.
So
It's terrible.
there's
But
kind of a rant for me. Sorry.
me and my wife were out eating lunch the other day, and I had on that howler shirt with cicadas, right?
Yeah.
And then I was standing there waiting for them to clean up. Get our this is at Honeysuckle local social
Yeah.
here
yeah.
in town, and this guy, I guess he was like 60, and his wife maybe late 50s, something like that, sitting there. And while I was standing beside him waiting for our booth to get cleaned off, I heard him talking. He was like, "Hey, I like that shirt." What are we talking? And then so she started looking me up and down like, "Really, this guy? That's who you want to look like?" But he liked it, man. He was like, "Yeah, that shirt right there. I like that. I like that."
Well,
She probably wasn't gonna let him wear it, but she's like, "No, you're a polo only guy.
it's
You're
funny.
polo only."
I tell you what, the restaurant I wore this for the first time out the beach, the guy that followed me in was in a howler shirt. And I was thinking, part of the thing that inspired me to get this is because you had the twin embroidery, but it wasn't howler. I felt like howler was a little bit, more popular, and I found low tide. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give low tide the little, this, I'm going to give this younger stepbrother a chance. And so, yeah, howler kind of inspired me to get low tide, but I still want to buy howler. And that's kind of going to be a recurring theme here, is that we can give everybody some love here. I like this.
Yeah, there's something to find
I-
in almost everything you go.
I like this.
Where? Let's see it.
This
You're
Rodanthe-
clicking all over the
sorry,
place, buddy.
It changes.
The-
You scroll over it, it changes the picture. The Rodanthe blanket flannel.
Yeah,
I like that.
I've got one by another brand. It's super sharp.
That horizontal stripe coming across.
Yep.
And admittedly, the shade of that shirt is very close to these pants.
There it is, man.
But
Hey, you like what you like?
well, that's a shade that you can't, like, when you're a guy and you're out at brick and mortar shopping, you're restricted to like black, white,
It's true.
navy, and light blue. Like
So when you see something
twill.
unique, I mean, you got to jump on it. But
Yeah.
you can easily, all right, like right now you got the light denim with that color. Put that right there with light denim jeans.
Yeah.
Just flip it. You
Yeah.
basically just
Yeah.
flipped your outfit, and it can still work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that
Wear a
can go
white
with.
hat with that white ball cap.
Yeah, and the detail of that stripe across, I think, is really great because there's 2 different shades, I think, of a darker blue coming across it.
Don't tell us we don't know what we're talking about. Get out of here, son.
I'd probably pass on everything on that line. Not sure how
Yeah,
you feel.
no.
I
That
can't
one in
do,
the middle is
like,
whoa.
I have to have a
No.
finer print plaid. I don't know how you are. This huge, that's like a 3-inch probably check. It's probably a 3 to 4 inch wide check on that plaid on
Here-
both of those. And
Here's the problem with that.
I can't pull that off.
Here's why I think you don't like that is because like if they mess up the pattern's not centered or something, some places will look just weird. It'll look like you just have one big giant stripe on your left side.
Huh.
Does that make sense? Maybe you just don't like the big check. I like it. I think it's a little bit
It's subconscious.
it's a little
for
bit
me.
modern, I think.
It is. It's subconscious. So I have this thing. I feel like I look too street if I try to wear and I don't
Yeah.
want to be the 42-year-old white guy that's trying too hard to be street,
Yeah.
or urban or whatever.
Yeah.
you want to term that. I mean, I like some pieces with a little bit more color and flair and pop here and there, like we've talked about. But this, for me personally, would be over the top. Now, the one on the left, this are they calling this treehouse? Okay, they're calling this combination with the seafoam and the two browns treehouse. I like the color range there, but the scale of the pattern is kind of out there for me. So it's okay. But did I interrupt you? Were you gonna say something?
No, no, I'm good. Um, I was just gonna point out, like on some of those, you scroll back up, like the chest pockets, it's got the double buttons instead of the single. You know,
Yeah.
it just it's that little bit of difference between other people. That's what makes a lot of their stuff
Yeah.
stand out. It's
Yeah.
just a little change up. You know,
I guess maybe I feel like those patterns get a little bit lost on my skin tone. Whereas if I had like a little bit more of a, if I had a caramel skin tone or even a dark skin tone, um, like a chocolate skin tone, I'd probably look great. I mean, loud plaids.
pale doesn't go with anything, brother.
What?
This pale skin doesn't go with anything. I've been living with it.
So, scrolling on down, these are probably a no for me. Um, some those I feel like those plaids are kind of ubiquitous, but not terrible.
Yeah. We had a rep come in. He had one. He had that one right there. That Leon, this top right from the left.
Right
Yeah,
here?
that one right there.
Okay.
It looked pretty good, but to me, it doesn't stand out enough for me to pay $100.
Well,
That's the ultimate thing. If I'm gonna pay $100 for it, like I could go not the diss on like LL Bean, but I could go to LL Bean and get pattern like that.
should your rep be showing up in a Western cut shirt? That's a little bit. If I was a rep, I think that's a little bit too relaxed.
I
Unless
don't.
they know you already, I feel like for workwear in an office setting with the cubes that you guys have.
Well, I think the guy had it tucked in and it looked good. It
Okay.
looked professional, but you couldn't. It's not like you couldn't tell, and that may have been not it. That's my memory. I think that was it, but you
We'll say
couldn't
it's it.
tell that it was like Western. It didn't say,
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
"I got my Western on today, man."
Well, it looks more of a like a. I mean, it looks like a fishing shirt to me, not a Western shirt.
So I saw you scroll down while we're shopping. Here's my next buy from them
Okay.
right here. It is that white one right there. That
Oh
thing's
yeah.
solid. Look, it's got the little
Yeah.
lightning, the little zigzag,
Yeah.
the howler zigzag right there over the chest pockets.
We might have to go twinsies on this because
I mean, that's baller.
yeah, it's
That's banging,
and it's denim. Who has white denim?
glowing.
I love this shirt. So this is the shirt that now Howler, I have to give you some love here for this. Howler actually has a section of their website dedicated to steering you away from online scams. And I had somebody pop
Close
into
call.
my Instagram feed
Close call.
announcing this shirt like 80% off.
Yeah,
And
don't
it was
buy
going to
that.
be like $13.
Don't believe it.
And I almost clicked buy.
Don't
And
believe
then I
that.
double checked on Howler's website on my laptop to make sure that they were running a sale, and they were not running a sale. And yeah, so they almost had my money. These scammers from whomever.
I don't know why. I really don't know what it is about that shirt, but that white Western denim, man. I want that.
It's
thing.
just so.
I want that thing, man. It's
Well,
sharp, dude.
I think we get kind of tuned into a lot of plaids as
Yeah.
the older
Yeah.
you get. It's like, ooh, what's the
It's like,
next?
tired of wearing that.
Yeah, tired of wearing plaid.
Whatever.
There's a white shirt that's not a button down.
Yeah. And
Boom.
the one I almost bought was that one right there with the what's the plant right there?
These little roses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a seafoam green with the hibiscus on it. I think it's a hibiscus.
Is that hibiscus?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the plant guy.
It's-
Enlighten. But that I almost bought it, but see I'd already had the cicadas thing and
can't
I was
zoom
like,
in
man, I
close.
can't,
Oh, here we go.
you know.
I don't know if that's hibiscus.
Well, I don't know.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know. But I can't have like a closet full of these dang house shirts. I got I mean,
You have
but
to.
yeah.
You have to space it out.
And look, is that right now?
Is what?
Is that right now $60?
It is $59 currently.
59, yeah. $60
Yes.
and
Regular
they got
price $99.
Now I'm admitting this on air, but I wear small in them.
What?
I do. Yeah,
You wear a
the
small
sleeves. Yeah, the
for them?
sleeves. They come too long for me.
A
Yeah,
medium does?
yeah. The length is right, but on the waist down around the hips, but the sleeves on them and everything are way down here,
Wow.
and it's a small. I found that with a couple brands because it used to be always medium. I'm not a
Yeah.
large guy because larges end up looking like dresses on me at 5'7", but yeah, yeah, I wear a small in that, and if it's
I'd probably have
awesome,
to.
dude.
I'd have to. I don't know. That's a strike for me. If you're telling me that you have to buy a size down with them, that's a strike.
Maybe,
Because I wear an XL religiously. There is no shot of me ever wearing a large in anything.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me I got to buy a large from them because of that
Well, I don't think it's not
that raises an eyebrow.
It's not anything about the tightness of the chest. See, that's where you are. You're like, it's got to fit good in the shoulders and the
Yeah.
waist. For me, strictly length. Everything I've always worn, I
Yeah.
realized was way too long for me, pants and shirts. But you didn't realize it until you got older and they started making these brands
Yeah.
like Untuck It, some of these other brands where they, the tails of the shirt aren't that long. And it's like, oh, finally something that looks proportional
I get that.
to my short ass,
I get that. All right. So I can't use the back button because it's off screen. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to go back to long sleeve shirts. We've gone down to how many? I kind of want to talk about this Sheridan long sleeve here, but I've got it's kind of a tangent, so I won't bring it up yet. I'll save it for later. We can come back. I'll remember
All
that
right.
where we can come back to that.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
I know what you're gonna hit it on.
What?
Oh no, it was that one, that Oxide. I think I don't remember which one it was. Memory shot.
Got a couple 3 fishing shirts here to me. Are any of these standing
Once again,
out? Like
they're all about the fishing.
yeah,
There's my
plaid.
shirt right
There's
there,
your
the
shirt.
Harkles
Oh, it is
flannel.
the Harker.
And
yeah.
I've got the one on the far right.
Oh, okay.
That thing
yeah.
is super nice.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just the color's different.
Yeah. This blue one stands out to me, but I'd probably, if I was going to pull the trigger for the first time on Howler, I'd probably go to, man, it's probably either going to be this white denim shirt or it's going to be the plain black. I guess it's a chambray.
Don't you dare buy that white denim shirt, though.
We're gonna just have to plan to wear them separately.
No, we're wearing them together.
Well, that would be good for the show for us to plan to wear them
we're
together.
wearing them together.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, that's what you could do. Wear the same shirt, but change up the pants and shoes, to show our listeners that, hey, you can make this happen with a variety of different pants, shirt, hat, whatever.
True. All right. So does any single one stand out for you here after having already bought 3 shirts from them?
Any single one of those?
Would you go back to these a fourth time? These guys a fourth time?
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean you've seen which ones I like. Scroll up real quick. I'd wear it at the beach right there. Scroll down right there. That thing.
The seafoam color.
Yeah, that Rapids one.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good right there, but I guarantee you put it on and start wearing that thing around, it's gonna look super tight.
The lighting on that pic is
that right
rough.
there, it's gonna look super tight once you put it on and start wearing it around.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that thing's gonna look good. It's gonna stand out, look different. Gonna feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk up into Fisher's at Gulf Shores glowing.
Yeah, I'd go
You're
with
catching that glow.
If you could have a gray pant that's got like a touch of lavender, a light gray with a touch of lavender in it.
Yeah.
That'd be super pimp.
Ooh, a little red on the green.
Yeah.
Aren't they opposite?
Ooh, that's a good call.
Aren't they opposite on the color wheel?
Red and green?
Yeah. Like if you put that like either with a lavender or like a burgundy or something like that. Some burgundy, some like red shorts. Not bright red, but like a deep red shorts or something with that green.
They are opposite because it's yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, because green's between yellow and blue and it's yep.
And for those, if you're unsure, just send it to us and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you
Snap
know.
a pic, send it to our social media feed for the show.
Don't send it to me.
We'll help you out. Well, we're gonna have we've got an so we have an Instagram page for the show. All right, guys. So if you
Yep.
got any questions, let me remind you now. Hit us on Instagram.
Yep.
You can be a DM if you want. I don't care if you slide into the show's DMs. I'm not a dictator on social media etiquette. If you've got something you just want to pop into the comments, please do. We will respond to you. It's fun for us. It's meant to be fun for you as well. So we want to get some good interaction here for all of these folks we're talking about. I think they're going to appreciate your business. And that's the one I want to come back to. The Sheridan right there. The
That thing?
Breaking Dawn.
No, sir.
I want to come back to it.
No.
I don't want to wear it. I just want to come back to it.
Oh my
I've got
God.
it ties into another segment.
Okay.
It ties, and we're not doing that segment today,
Okay.
but it ties into it.
All right.
So, well, we are doing that segment today, but it's today's issue of that segment.
Okay.
It doesn't relate. So, all right. Enough on Howler. We've given them some time.
Enough of these guys.
We like you, Howler. You're doing some good stuff. Keep it up, and give us a follow on Instagram. All you out there, give Howler a follow. They do some good sales. They do some good stuff. Really like where they're going for a newer company. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to pull out another segment of ours for you. This is a quick segment.
Cheat sheet in hand.
Huh? I do have a cheat sheet.
You do. Hey,
it's all right.
do it.
Hey, gotta have it.
It's a new one. What'd you say?
Huh?
What did you say? This is what? Go ahead and run it.
Oh, we're going to do a little wildlife photography here. This is what everybody's been holding on for.
Oh, God.
This is what everybody's been holding on for. So
let's have it. Let's have it.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know what it's going to be.
Oh, no. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know what it's going to be.
All right. All right. Bear with me. So, all right, folks.
I think I do. I want to see it. I want to see what you're talking about.
We can't even. This poor fella. All right. So, I've been calling this guy in my head. I've been calling him Gandalf the Orange. Oh, we can't even keep it straight. We can't even keep it straight.
Oh,
all right.
my God.
Yeah, this is Gandalf the Orange, fellas.
There he is, man.
All right. But
That's
what's
him.
funny here is that there's a second gripe about this photo that we're not even going to touch on today, but we will in a future episode, in a future stew. What's funny is that layered into this picture is a future stew. I'm not even going to go any further on that, but anyway, a future stew for Pruitt. But here we are. All right. This show is filmed in Nashville, Tennessee. For all of you out there. In Nashville, Tennessee, you will experience a litany, a horde of folks out there who, to me, are a little bit too hip. I think it's part of the hipster movement. I think it's part of living here and trying to look musical or artsy. That tends to be a gripe for Greg and I. Okay. So the subject of our first wildlife photography segment is a photo I took while out in the wild with my family at a fall festival in town.
He wanted to glow. He wanted to so bad.
He wanted some glow, and he's not glowing hard. He's not glowing hard. This is glowing weak. And this fella's hat is the main subject of this gripe here. So I like this hat. I mean, this is a town full of a lot of people wearing hats very creatively. The felt hat, the leather hat, the wide brim hat has just exploded for this town. Lots of singer-songwriters wearing them. A lot of stars are wearing them. I think a lot of people want to look somewhere in between those two things, or just look like an artist in general, or look. It's a part of fashion. Wide brims are popular in women's fashion right now too. That's fine.
Yeah,
I
coming
get it.
back.
Some of them, every now and then, I will give credit.
Yeah.
It can look good. It can look really sexy on a female for sure.
I'm gonna wear one on the show. I got a few flat brim hats, but
Yours aren't that wide.
no, that's completely different.
This is a Canadian Mountie hat.
Yes. Yes,
This is
that's
the problem. We
completely
are
different.
in Nashville, Tennessee. It was 80
Yeah.
friggin' degrees this day, if not 85. Okay. I wore shorts and a t-shirt to a fall festival that we ordinarily would take pictures at with our kids, to have the deal. Couldn't do it. Too hot. And this guy's in a super hot temperature wise, felt obviously brand new, custom
It's a
wide brim
wool
hat.
felt hat. Yep.
And it's orange and it had look at the band. Now what's funny here is I got to go to another pic. What's funny is that I had to get him from the other side so that all y'all could see this nonsense here. He has this little feather sticking out.
I don't think that's a feather.
It's a feather.
No.
No, it's a feather. I guarantee. Dude,
Feathers
I
are
circled
feathers
him.
are too
I
like has been done. I think it's like a piece of grass.
No. This was my quarry. I was in the wild and I did circles while I was hunting him down. I've got 3 angles of the dude. I know it's a damn feather. It's a little like a quail feather, I guess. Like it's white and speckled. It was just, it's too much. Like, I'm sorry to your lady here. I'm sorry. I tried to get you from the back so that y'all.
She's rocking that leather hat when it's hot.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going to go all black leather on this hat."
Yeah, it's okay. I've seen that before, and it's okay. But this guy, like, I'm sorry, fella, that's not it. And man,
Here, look, I'll give the guy credit for I'm going to give him some credit here.
Okay.
Dude got up. He likes what he likes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
He said,
true.
"You know
That's
what?
true.
I'm going to spend $500, whatever it costs
You
to
think
make
that's how much that ran?
if it's custom around here,
No.
I guarantee you.
Are you
yeah, I bet it. Yeah,
Please tell me no.
I bet whatever it was. I don't care if it's $50. He went out, he got that hat,
That
he
wasn't
wanted
50.
it and said,
That wasn't 50.
I'm going to have the testicular fortitude to wear this hat out in public today. I'm going to rock this hat. I'm going to sweat in it. It's way too hot because it's wool. I'm going to sweat in this hat. I'm going to do it. Regardless of what other people think of me, I'm going to pursue my own side. The thing that
Don't make it right.
All right, here's my deal with it. I think it's more of a look at me thing.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's a look at me thing, I've got no respect for it. No matter what your style is. If it's all about, hey, you need to check me out in this shirt. Now I want to look good. I want people to notice.
Yeah.
I like at the restaurant. I like when they notice my howler shirt, but I don't go put on my clothes, in the morning. So
This guy
I'm special. So
doesn't-
everybody's gonna like stop what they're doing and go, "Oh, look at this guy. He is being XX, whatever."
This guy is not poised. He is not poised whatsoever, like a person who would say, "Look at me." That's what is so crazy about this picture to me, is that he was hunched over. He was just kind of a sad sack almost, the way his posture was.
He's probably a cool dude.
I'm not
Probably a
saying
cool dude.
I'm not saying he is. He looks like the way that you got to carry yourself the right way in public. And so if that little camera is making you hunch your shoulders over, have some poise there. And
Stand up straight.
Stand up straight. Rock it.
Stand up straight.
If that's your jam, rock it. But he's not rocking it. It's just up there in that hat. So there you go, folks. That's our first
There it is.
piece of wildlife photography for you. There will be many more, as you have seen from the file here that I've been clicking through. So next segment is actually a photo file as well for reference, and we're gonna go with a throwback jam, and this ties directly into what we're talking about here. I mean, I
Look at this.
look at these guys.
This is amazing.
This is actually one dude.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Somehow he looks completely different. He looks like John Fogerty at the bottom right.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like Flash Gordon there at the bottom center. I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like they've tried to push this. I looked it up. This is actually from the 70s. I think this ad.
Oh, this is squarely 70s.
Well, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like something people were trying to recreate a 70s look and having fun with it like they're tending to do. You got to look hard and be like, okay, is this just and add
Nah.
about a 70s style, or is this actually from the 70s?
Squarely.
That guy though, top left, he's pimping way too hard. That is.
He is pimping.
Look
He's
at
certainly
Look
he's
at
doing
that.
something with that
He's-
pimp. I mean,
Look
the
at
hands and
that.
the belt. So this is this. If you can't see that, guys, that's men in belted sweaters.
Oh,
Like
yeah, that's what we do. We do need to describe some things for people that are listening via
so.
audio only. Long belted sweaters that look like a tunic or something.
I don't know what kind of marketing you need to where you have to like have a big announcement like that. But maybe that was the 70s. I don't know.
This is
That
on the front of their website. I mean, the front of their magazine.
yeah. So to me, the name of this segment from here on out should be called Men in Belted Sweaters. It can't be Throwback Jams. That's too Throwback Jams.
Men
is
in
too-
belted sweaters.
Men in Belted Sweaters.
All right.
Yeah, and it's going to be about Throwback Jams.
And then people are going to be like, well, they never even talked once about somebody wearing a belted sweater. I just don't.
Oh,
I just
we will
don't
be.
get it.
This will
These
be
guys.
reference. This will never die. This will never die. I promise you.
Look at that.
I mean, we could sit here for 10 minutes on each one of these
Oh,
6
gosh.
guys
So,
and tell you a story about each guy. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here is tell you a story about each of these fellas and say,
what else do clothes do? I mean, ultimately, that's why we're doing this whole podcast, right? Clothes tell the quick story about who
They do.
you are,
they do.
and you
Full
you don't have to, and it's recognized instantly.
Yeah.
As soon as some girl sees you wearing that, as soon as your boss sees you wearing something, as soon as your buddy,
Tells a story about
instantly it creates a perception of you and tells the story of who you are. So
Absolutely.
you got to work to nail it down,
Yes.
or throw people off, But that's what you're constantly, doing.
Yeah.
When you go to your drawer, you selecting something, you're buying something online, telling that story. I don't know what this says, man. This is like, man, it looks like something you'd see on like a 70s sci-fi movie. Like a sci-fi movie where they're like in space, but somehow they're wearing really like woolen knit stuff. I could see a laser gun on this guy's hip right here.
It does look like,
It looks very 70s space.
I mean, that look in the middle on the bottom middle, that's like a look from the original Dune or something.
Yeah, he's got a
You
ray
know?
gun on his side somewhere.
Yeah, Flash Gordon.
You
said,
know.
yeah, you texted Flash Gordon to me.
That's what
That's
what
totally
makes me
Flash
look at.
Gordon. Yeah, absolutely. He's a superhero in his own right here. This guy in the middle.
Looking off to the side.
I mean,
What
just
you looking at? What are you looking at, buddy?
go ahead and chisel him out of marble. All right. So, Men in Belted Sweaters, new segment. It's going to be a throwback jam every time. I think we kicked it off with a bang.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Look, we won't do it every time, but man, that's going to get some laughs. Love it. So this segment next, we're going to be we're throwing several at you that we won't do every single time, but we want to give you a flavor on the first episode here. And this next one is called Like Combs. Okay, not Luke Combs. It's called Like Combs. And the reason it's called Like Combs is because of Luke Combs. So Luke has his
I'm
own
new to
look.
this, by the way. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just playing along. I'm just responding. I'm
So-
reacting here.
This segment is our celebrity segment.
Okay.
So we're going to talk celebrities for the most part. We may find some people out in the wild that try to look like celebs, but the reason they're trying to look like celebs is to pull it back into this segment. So it's to talk about celebs that have a look that you find them in all the time, and we're going to break down the look. We're going to try to figure out the inspiration behind the look. What story does that look tell? Do you find a lot of copycats out there with that look? What brands are involved in that look? There's a lot of wrinkles, a lot of layers to this segment, okay? So the reason I thought of this segment is because there was an easy play on words with Like and Luke. So I like Luke Combs. I'm a recent fan. I think he's got a great voice. You know that country, that more mainstream country like his is typically outside of my wheelhouse. But Luke has drawn me in with his voice. He's got a few songs that I actually really dig. So the more I started YouTubing him and whatnot, I kind of started respecting him a lot more. I started noticing that he was wearing uh, the same outfit. I'm not taking a dig at him, but he was wearing the same thing. I think I know why, but more often than not, he was found in similar shirts. So here, 3 or 4 of these pictures are in the same shirt, and it's a different picture. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 there, 6, 7 of these pictures just on a quick hit Google image search are the same Columbia PFG shirt.
Yeah.
So Columbia PFG, what I find interesting about this is that Luke has taken a route in country in terms of how he's going to kind of address his celebrity look. He's a bigger man, obviously. He has been upfront about that and upfront about his struggles with that in the media. And that's part of the reason I respect him so quickly is that he's kind of connected. I was kind of a bigger guy. I've always been big, but I carried a lot of weight in the past.
You big old bear.
And uh, part of that story will be part of the show story intertwined here soon. But to touch on this for Luke, um, in my sales travels going across the South, I do find this look to be very, very popular. Now, not necessarily with the open collar there, but the Columbia PFG shirt, I think for a lot of guys in the South, a lot of outdoorsy guys or guys
It's a
that
staple.
it's a staple.
Yeah.
It's
a go-to.
It's become a work shirt too. There's
Yep.
a lot of guys that wear it as their work
It's like the
shirt.
contractor look.
Yeah,
Got to have the
contractor
shades around
look.
the neck. Columbia
When I'm
fishing
traveling,
shirts.
I work in
Magellan.
ag. To those of you in our audience, I'm in ag and horticulture, and I work in sales. And a lot of my customers, uh, I'll see 3 generations of guys on a farm or at a greenhouse wearing a Columbia PFG shirt. And so the reason is because it's so utilitarian, but it's also it's branded. You know what you're going to get, and people trust it. And I applaud that. I've got a couple pieces of Columbia for the beach in terms of the rash guards, but I tried one of these several years ago. I get why he's wearing them. To me, it's understated. It tells the audience that um, he's an everyman. You know, he's
Yeah,
not.
he's from your hometown. That's the whole image
Yeah,
that's trying to be pushed. is,
everybody in
hey,
your hometown's wearing a Columbia
yeah,
PFG.
hey, relate to me,
Yeah, I
buy this
love it.
song. I'm
And
from your hometown.
yeah,
I'm just like you.
I think that helps me be a fan of his. I don't know about you, but in a world where guys are wearing too much denim, they're wearing too many. You've got people trying to bring back the nudie shirt thing, the nudie jacket thing, which works sometimes. But a tight wife beater, let's say. I like Luke in this. I think it's fine on him. I think it's fine that he's wearing it in a photo op at a celebrity event. And for a bigger man like him, I think that's why they're so popular. Is that this shirt's cut? I have personally worn them, and it does hide some of the things that you don't want people to see.
Yeah, I can't wear them. It's too big on
It
me.
is too big.
Yeah,
I can't.
I can't wear these.
I had to get rid of it because it doesn't fit me anymore.
Yeah.
But I had a blue one in that standard blue that they do. I like him for wearing the black here. I think that's a solid deal. But Luke, if you're out there listening, applaud what you're doing here. Like the songs.
Appreciate you covering Seminole Win.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They did a John Anderson tribute album.
Oh, okay.
And of
Big
course,
10 for it.
John Anderson's my guy. I mean,
Well, obviously, yeah.
That's my number
Yeah,
one. So
knew that, but
cover
didn't know.
Seminole Win. He's got he got my applaud, I guess you'd say. I really don't listen to a lot of country these days. I used to growing up, but so I don't know much about him. But
He's Luke's drawn me in. Draw me back in. I gave country quite a long break, and now I've been getting back into it, and so Luke's voice and his writing, I think are far and above a lot of the rest. And for those of you who aren't into country, give Luke a listen. Really like what he's doing, and so that's our. Do you have anything else you want to add to the celebrity segment in
No.
terms of breaking it down? I mean, Columbia does a few solid things here and there. I've actually had my eye on some Columbia shoes recently that are pretty killer.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've been doing shoes for a while.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But they've been kind of branching out on some different vibes of their
Okay.
shoes. So they've got my eye. That might be a sleeper pick here to come.
Next episode, we're
In the
going to talk about the word vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Anyway,
All right. I feel like I can pull that word off, but if you don't feel the same, that's okay.
I think you pulled it off. Good job. Round of applause. I think it worked.
They have their own brick and mortar store now here too, which I think is
Okay.
kind of cool because usually before their brick and mortar here in town, they were relegated to whatever.
REI?
No, not even REI. They were whatever was left over on the rack at Academy Sports.
Oh, okay.
And Academy's always picked over. Sometimes Dick's carries a little bit of Columbia, but not as much as Academy. And I would always have to bounce between the two because maybe they had a color I liked there, but it was too small, and I had to bounce over there. So it was a pain. But now there's a Columbia store and here in town in Nashville, and they carry way more, a lot more selection on the rash guards, the fleece, so you can branch out a little bit there. So anyway, we're gonna kick into my favorite segment, and we are going to run it back to Pruitt Stew once again.
Pruitt Stew?
Yeah, it's time for Pruitt Stew one more time.
All right, let's have it. Let's
This
see what you got.
so I had to. This
I'm ready.
isn't randomized for me.
Oh, it's not?
It's randomized for you. So
Okay, all right.
I have the choice of randomizing it, or if something catches my eye that helps arc to a new
I didn't know this is a
episode.
game show, but let's go.
This arcs to another episode.
Okay, all right. Understand that. I can feel that.
All right. So, again, keep in mind this was said to me by Greg.
Wait, is it all stuff that I've said? Is that the
They're not necessarily quotes. Some of these will be topics.
okay? But it's things that I've harped on before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a running log
Yes.
of your topics,
Yeah.
rants and quotes.
Yep.
They're all going into a grab bag.
Yep.
And so
All right.
I'll be responsible for
All right.
pulling them out of that bag and letting you fly. Yeah. Get those wings out.
Let's go.
Get those wings out.
I'm ready to fly.
All right.
Let's have it.
Dude, you going to make me lay out my vest collection before you. ... And bow tie collection, which was ding, ding, ding for me. ...
Did I put the dots?
No, I'm
Okay,
adding,
you're adding the dots.
I'm adding the dot. I'm
Okay.
adding the ellipses for context.
Okay.
So some thoughts went between those dots, but not a lot. Not enough to add too much context.
Okay.
So, last thought was, this is how you ended this quote. I had the same belt since '98, Playboy.
I got that belt on right now, Playboy.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, I got it on.
Well, since it's
It's
your
my
only,
belt.
it's your only one.
It's my belt. I mean, that's what I wear.
So to me, there's several things to unpack out of
Okay.
this quote. This
All
is this is a deep quote. I feel like this is a really deep quote. So
I mean, we got vests,
got
we
the
got bow
floor.
ties, we got belts. I mean, look, I don't tuck in my shirt a lot. Okay, so I'm just using the same belt.
yeah,
That thing it's finally getting some cracking in it though. I think it's an Old Navy
Oh, it's leather.
special. Yeah, it's a leather belt.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, it just, I'm finally needing another belt that's a different color. Now, dress belts, that's different. Now, you got to have a different color dress belts. Got to have your camel color. Got to have your dark brown, your black, all that. But yeah, just like everyday jeans. I mean, why just? I'm not in a whole bunch of different colored belts. Really, it's just too much to coordinate. It's like
Ooh.
it's
Are
like
you admitting a weakness?
I am.
Is
it's
that
just,
a chink in the armor?
It's like if I have a white
On the
belt.
first episode,
I
you're
know.
admitting a chink in the armor.
Yeah, if I've got like the Ricky Fowler orange belt, how am I going to coordinate that thing?
Okay.
I've got to think about the belt is just like one more thing that I've got to coordinate, and sometimes I just like grabbing the old trusty,
Okay, that's
just
fair.
grabbing the old trusty and going.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Now, the bow ties.
I feel like you're letting the
I
audience
mean-
see behind the curtain a little too far.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. Open book. But look,
But you're not talking about what I want them to see.
what?
What I want them to see is your vest collection laid out before me.
Man, I will lay that thing out. I will lay it out before you. The taste master of the universe will lay it out on
Okay.
Castle Grayskull and show you all these vests.
So how many vests are we talking?
Not many, but just enough to be a collection.
That tells
I mean, I got a
there's
few
at
tweed
least-
vests. I got a tweed vest. I got a couple of wool vests. I got some
Okay.
straight up Montana rancher vest.
So
it
we're
depends.
into
It depends on what I'm doing.
I mean, head count, we're talking probably
Here's-
6 at least.
At least, yeah. I got
Okay.
yeah. At
Okay.
least 6,
All right.
probably 6. Yeah, 7 or 8 vests. But here's the thing: it's not like I have a dress vest, like a suit vest with a silk back, and I've got 10 colors of it. Because I don't like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I don't like that.
That's fine.
I like I like having one for when I'm out in the woods on our property when it gets super cold, like that Montana vest. I mean, it's thick wool, son. It's
Why do you call it
nice.
Montana?
But it just looks like something you wear right now.
Okay.
Well, it's actually the company is Wyoming Outfitters where I got it.
Oh, okay.
It looks like for real deal, like wool vest.
Kind of
It's
shading them
thick.
by calling it Montana.
Huh?
You're kind of shading them by calling it Montana.
Well, whatever. Wyoming. Okay. So I got that. I got one for like this style shirt. You can wear, I mean, you can wear this to the office. It's a hunting, vest by QU, but I don't wear it hunting. I wear it to the office or something like that.
Mhm.
So some of them are dressed down, some of them are casual, some of them are dress up where you're supposed to wear it with a coat, and jacket. So I don't like having multiple colors of the exact same thing. I like having an item that I've got one for this, one for that, one for this. Very, like I said, like customized to what I'm doing.
But are you trying to blend? Are you blurring the line between waistcoat and fleece like work vest? Because I'm strictly
On
talking.
some of 'em.
I'm strictly talking waistcoat.
Oh, you're talking just, oh, well, I don't have
Waistcoat.
that many to lay before you, sir.
What? I thought we had a waistcoat collection here.
No, I'm just saying a vest collection. And it's not over either. There's a few more that I got to get.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few more.
I didn't think it was.
There's a few more, what I'll say, uses. Okay, I'm buying these items for their uses.
Okay.
And so there's a few more that I have to
Their
have.
functions.
Right, there you go. Their functions.
Okay.
There's a few vest functions that I don't have yet that I got to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I don't have 13 Italian made dress vests. I don't have that. Now my bow
Wow.
ties, I like, I don't have too many of those too because you gotta work hard to pull those off, right? But I've got a few. I've got probably eight bow ties. Wear one every couple months, something like that.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
Once again, though,
That kind of brings me
one of
down.
them's wool, one of them's silk, one of them's this, one of them's get this feather bow tie. Yes, sir.
So the reason that I'm bringing this in here, the reason this one was preloaded is that recently discovered an article by GQ that mentions some vest game, and basically we're going to cover this across. There's enough meat to this article where we're going to have to split this article across probably 3 segments over the next 3 episodes. And there are 15 vest makers in this article from GQ. And we're going to go into each one of these and we're going to kind of review what's going on here. But it's, I think, yeah, here we are. Oh, I'm
That
sorry.
was descriptive.
Sorry. It's from Esquire, not from GQ. I apologize to both of you. It is, this is going to be, well, Google's,
You got to get that Google working, man.
yeah, I know.
Come
I know. 15 best waistcoats for men 2023 from Esquire.
Check it out. Read it.
The waistcoat is the easiest way to elevate your wardrobe. And we're gonna attack this article. We're not gonna attack it. We're gonna attack a few things probably.
We attacked the guy wearing that damn hat.
We attacked the guy in the hat. We attacked Gandalf the Orange. So the waistcoat is the easiest way to elevate your wardrobe. That kind of raises my eyebrow in a number of manners. So we're going to dive into several of these vests for each episode. Try to elevate our both of our wardrobes and yours, hopefully. Some of these choices are really, really out there, and some of them are pretty sharp. So we're going to look through. I apologize for not having that pulled up on the browser on my phone there, but it had kind of altered itself within the
You can look it
Google
up.
feed. So anyway, we will share that with you.
Dive into it.
We are running out of time for today. One quick thing we're going to share with you as we sign off uh, are our sleeper picks of the day. So those of you who don't know what a sleeper pick is, look it up. It's kind of a fantasy football term. I'm a fantasy football nut. And so what I want to share with you today is, come on. Come on. Cove USA. Now, these are some guys that popped into my Instagram feed, and I like what they're doing so far. A little bit narrow in terms of the entire catalog, but it's mostly a shirt company. Kind of has a coastal feel to it.
Who don't?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing now. They're having a great sale going right now. I think they're mostly 15% off. I keep getting different ads in my email. And then I think I've gotten a print ad even, but this is mostly coming through on email and through Instagram. I would give them a look. I think there's some cool stuff in terms of like just a fun shirt, a fun hoodie. This is where I'm going. Here's your t-shirts. So this is the shirt that I had kind of picked out for myself. The black. I love this color combo here, black, teal, and purple. So you kind of got a little bit of a throwback to the 80s kind of skate culture there, skate surf with this color combo, but I like it. It's kind of understated. I'd probably wear this with a few other things, but anyway, check them out. And Greg, do you have a sleeper?
I'd say right now, I'd say.
And this is a sleeper because it's on my Christmas list, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that can be a qualifier for your sleeper pick. Something you haven't bought yet. It's on the radar.
Yeah.
Just one quick item that you're.
Well, I looked at my sleeper earlier. Is out of stock.
Oh no.
Yeah.
From who?
It was the LL Bean, the flannel.
Really?
It's like
LL Bean.
Catatan flannel. Because
Oh.
they're starting to.
Yeah.
It's like a I don't know, cranberry and kind of orange pattern.
Okay.
They're starting to. It looks like starting to step up their game in the patterned
They are.
biz.
They are.
They're looking good.
They're much less middle-aged old white dude.
Yeah. And so I'd have to say that was that's my sleeper is the LL Bean flannel because I was about to get it for this Christmas party coming up.
Oh.
I know we're not discussing that today, but I was going to get it to pair with something.
That's a good segue into
so now I
future
got to find something
episode.
else. But yeah, they still got some tight stuff though. So
Okay.
I don't know how LL Bean fits in shirts. I've never had an LL Bean shirt, so I'd have to get like a medium and small and see what fits.
Wow,
See if any of them fit.
I'm well versed in the LL Bean patronage.
Like I said, I've got to find something that's got the right length. I don't wear them. I may get it and it may fit perfect. May hang like a dress on me. There's no telling.
Yeah, just don't buy from the tall department. I'm a tall guy and I bought a tall shirt and it was too much. So just don't go that cut. That's it. That's a left turn. I didn't expect that. I like that. That's a good sleeper pick. So Greg's on LL Bean for his sleeper of the day.
I am.
I'm on Surf Co. With my sleeper of the day.
Never heard of them.
And that's part of being a sleeper.
Yeah, there you go.
So Zipper Mergers, we appreciate you for listening today. This is our inaugural episode.
Yep.
We appreciate the time.
Yep.
We appreciate you patronizing all the folks that we have mentioned today. Give all these guys a look. Give them a listen on Instagram, wherever you reach out to companies and do your shopping. They will appreciate it, and that will in turn grow the popularity of this show and increase the likelihood of more and more episodes. Again, we appreciate you. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, and all your other socials.
Rock.
What?
Rocking.
Rocking?
Yeah. Gotta say something. I got to say something. Say bye.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Keep it
I'm
glowing.
Zach. He's Pruitt, and we are out.
Yeah. See ya.